Hey guys, it's Chris, aka Beauty and the Vape. I'm here with Very Vocal Vapers, and today I have with me Billy, CEO of ejuices.com. And Billy wants to tell his vape story because he is not only a business owner, he is a vapor, which is really super cool. And I wanted to ask Billy a little bit about ejuices.com. How did you get started in this, Billy? And can you tell us a little bit about the whole realm? I mean, ejuices.com, we get the idea that you sell e-juice, but do you sell other things? What's the whole, what's the story?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me, and thank you for all the work you're doing to support this industry. It's really near and dear to our heart, and also to all of our customers. So we appreciate you doing this. Yeah, so ejuices.com is kind of part of a bigger mothership with e-cig distributors, and basically we got started in 2012. My partner was a pack-a-day smoker for 27 years, and he got turned on to one of the original blue e-cigs beginning of 2012 and kind of quit by accident. He noticed he wasn't picking up cigarettes anymore, and he decided he'd like to figure out a way to help others on this mission. So at the time he was working for a generic pharmaceutical manufacturing company, and everybody in the warehouse kept coming up to him saying, "Hey boss, can you get me one of those e-cigs? I want to try it." So a few months into it, he was literally driving with thousands of dollars of cash down to the one shop at the time in Laguna Beach, and picking up e-cigs for everybody. And he thought it would be a great idea to open a shop somewhere in Central Orange County, and that's eventually what he did. He was had I think the third shop in Southern California. It was called the Vapor Loft. It was very close to the pond at Anaheim, and so he got started there. And he and I had been friends for a really long time. I've been a business owner since I was a kid, and given it was his first venture, we would talk pretty much every week about the issues he was facing and what we might be able to do to solve them. And so we kind of set out on this mission to try and help create a supply chain here in the U.S. And try and support what few brands there were at the time, and just kind of make these products available to more people. And quickly from there, we realized that the products at the time took a lot of education, because you had to teach people how to fill a cartomizer and prime them, and
Which
the
was
device.
really fun.
Oh, it was a ton of fun. I think some of our guys still have blisters from back in the day doing that. But it became pretty clear after that if we could help solve some of these supply chain issues, that this was going to be a logical product to be sold online. So we worked tirelessly to acquire some good domains. So we've got ejuices.co and ejuices.com and eliquid.com, which are two of our retail sites and one of our wholesale sites. We have about 1,900 brands of e-liquid, so it's by far the largest offering. We stock roughly 45,000 SKUs in our warehouse. So if you need to go find your favorite flavor, strength, or size, there's a good chance we have it. We also carry tons and tons of different hardware, coils, tanks, mods, batteries, pretty much
Wire.
everything you could need, wire, wick, all of it. So our goal was really, since Amazon's not in this space, was to kind of become the Amazon of e-liquid and make this available to as many consumers as possible.
That's amazing. That's awesome. So you guys really started back in the day and from the beginning.
Yeah, it's wild to see. When Paul started, I still refer to him as the godfather of vape, because many of the well-known brands we know today, whether it's Space Jam, Five Ponds, a lot of these big well-known brands today, Paul was one of their first few shops to carry them.
Right.
That was back in the days when there was radius restrictions and people had to drive 10, 30, sometimes 50 miles just to find the brands they wanted, just because the way everything was structured. And it's really neat to see how far it's come, and all these great relationships and these different people that started with an idea or a concept, and not only are doing well for themselves, but creating a lot of jobs and changing the lives of a lot of consumers out there.
Right, right. And one thing I love about ejuices.com is it really, to me, is a one-stop shop, which is really great. I had a live show with Tina yesterday. Before that, I was, perusing the website and everything like that. And I'm like, oh my God, why doesn't everybody shop here? Everybody, because I know I'm the kind of person where if I want something, I want it again, like an Amazon. You
Hmm.
know, I'm addicted to Amazon. Unfortunately, yes, no vape stuff, but if they did, so that analogy is great. You guys also offer free shipping, right?
We do. We offer free shipping. We actually offer worldwide shipping, so we service quite a few people in other countries and other continents. And that was really our goal: is to make the products available to the people that need them when they want them, at the price they want them. And that's our goal and our mission, and it's what we're going to continue to do going forward.
Right. And that's just so great too, because I know, especially, the free shipping in the worldwide, there's so many people that I know that I've encountered, I'm either friends with through the community or I've encountered, overseas who are just like, oh, we can't get it here, or we can't, whatever the deal is, and they don't have the abundance that we have, which is really sad. And so, yeah, that's really awesome. So that's a huge accomplishment. That's really great. Can you tell us, is there anything special coming up for ejuices.com or?
Yeah, we're always working on new opportunities, not just for our company, but also for fellow vapors out there. Two of the exciting things I'd like to talk about. The first one is, after a lot of feedback from our customers, we're actually going to start to offer significant amount of DIY products, so flavoring, PG, VG, NIC, bottles, mixers, everything you need to kind of DIY at your own pace. We've primarily been known as kind of the branded place to go, but we know there's a significant amount of people that like to make their own stuff. I like to cook a lot myself, so I'd much rather make it at home and eat at home than go eat someone else's cooking. And I think there's a lot of vapors that kind of feel the same way. So we're happy to offer that. And the other thing that we're working on that is really, really cool for the vaping community is similar to Amazon had done in the past with their Amazon Ace stores. They would basically allow you to create your own website on your own domain, and allow you to sell their products, and you make a really nice commission for doing so. It was pretty much set up like a business in a box. We've recently launched powered by ejuices.com, which does the exact same thing. So any vapors out there that maybe have friends or want to start their own business but don't have a lot of capital, literally, you can set up on Shopify for $29 a month. We have merchant processors that'll work with you. You can get set up for a very, very nominal cost and really start your own online retail site, and help the rest of us just try and get these harm reduction products out in front of as many people as possible. And you can earn some money in the meantime. So we're really, really excited about that as well. I think it's going to create a lot of opportunity for a lot of people.
See, and that's amazing. And like I said, this is why I was so excited to do this interview with you, is because, there's not many people like you guys or your business out there. They stick to themselves. They want all, it's like, gimme, 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 gimme. And it's not, what can I do for you? This is just, it's really, sometimes, especially in the whole advocacy realm, it gets very frustrating and very disheartening. And you say to yourself, you reach out to these companies and for sponsorships, and you get ignored or whatever the deal is, and and it's just like people just don't want to part with anything. So the fact that you guys want to help and do more and make let other people have opportunities is just really, it's a really, really great. I mean, it's very admirable. I didn't know about that. I think that's just great. It's
Yeah,
really,
well,
really amazing.
we appreciate that, and we've always kind of had the mindset that we can do well by doing good. And so this is, in one of many ways that we try and give back. And we also, if you follow our site, you've seen we've done some donations to the local animal shelter to help abused animals. We raised, I think, close to $11,000 for the pound puppies, and then we also raised a similar amount for Samaritan's Purse to help the folks that were affected by the hurricane. And we also donate thousands and thousands of bottles every year to Vape.
Right.
There's a bunch of other numerous charities there that we feel like, as stewards of the community and people trying to put a real face and a reality to this. This has changed a lot of our lives internally as a company, which we're now 60 people strong, which still scares me in a good way. But you think about those people's lives, our hundreds of thousands of consumers, and the 6,000 or 7,000 vape shops that we service on the wholesale level. There's literally probably close to 1 million people that are affected on an annual basis by the work we do here. We take that very, very seriously, and that's our mission. Our goal is to do well by doing good and just keep fighting the good fight.
That's just amazing. You guys are a company after my own heart. Like,
We
I mean, that's what I'm all about too. Because people say that to me all the time. They're like, well, why do you do this? How do you do this? But I said, I don't care if I have to scratch my way. I'm gonna make it happen. It's for the vapors. If I can help one person, then I've made an accomplishment. If one person can walk away from an interview and say, okay, and we're talking about the average vapor who don't sometimes they don't even know who their representatives are. They have no idea, and go, that was awesome. I want to do more. And I hand them pamphlets, to Casa or to whoever, you know what I mean? And well, here, you can do this and you can do this. I mean, I can give you a lot more information on, what you could do. And that just, is so great that people, instead of having people on an advocacy panel talk at them, they're involved and they feel involved. So going back to the fact that you are a vapor.
I am a vapor. I used to be a very social smoker. So if I was out with my friends, I wouldn't normally smoke during the week, but when it came to the weekend, I could easily crush 3 or 4 packs of cigarettes. And as somebody that likes to work out and surf and do a lot of outdoor activities that didn't make well for training during the week. And like I mentioned, my business partner was a pack a day smoker for 27 years. And just smoking in general is a disgusting habit. And I know everybody likes their nicotine, and as many have heard before, that's not the issue. Is the nicotine? It's really the nicotine delivery system. And when you look at this, what was 100-year-old plus technology, in the world we're living in now, it's almost unusual to believe that it's taken this long to have this technology become adopted. And it's sad to see the pushback we're getting, because I still remember vividly being in the vapor loft, and there was a 75-year-old man that came in and said, I've literally been smoking my entire life since I was, my young teens. And the doctor said, if I don't stop smoking, I'm going to die. And I've tried all the patches and all the pills and all the gums and literally hypnotherapy, everything. And this is the only thing that's worked for me. And within 2 months, he kept coming back in the store, and he would tell us, like, I can actually play with my grandkids now, and run around and move. And that story sticks out in my head because it was just so motivating to think about. Every time we ship a package out of the warehouse, there's a story like that behind it. And sometimes they go untold, and people just think, oh, well, you're doing this, this is a bad product and we got to get it off the market. But when you truly take the time to see the people's lives that are affected in a numerous variety of ways, it's unbelievable. And so that's what keeps us, working 18, 20 hours a day, making this happen.
Is there anything else you wanted to add, whether it's, towards this discussion or your business or?
No, I think just in general, we share a common goal, and that's to help solve problems. And that's really what our business is based on. And we really appreciate the fact that you're out helping solve another problem, which is this ongoing advocacy. We live in a world that's, very much swipe right, swipe left, or just read the headlines and move on. And it's people like you that, dig their feet in and spend their time, spend their money for a cause greater than themselves. And just want to say thank you. And we admire you and appreciate you for all the work you're doing.
Well, and thank you, ditto. I mean, like I said, I don't know. I mean, I know some small companies. I don't know, bigger companies that really do what you do to the extent that you explained. And, that was another reason why I don't, I just interview vapors, but I just found this to be, just an amazing, conversation. I'm one little person. I'm one woman, and, I do what I can. And I always say to people who thank me, it's like, no, thank you. Because without you guys and your stories and your information and your feedback, I couldn't do what I do. So, for everybody out there, just please know that, you have companies like ejuices.com that care about you. they're not just out there to sell juice and to sell mods or whatever the thing is, and then be like, okay, whatever, your customer number one, two, whatever. They do so much more for not only this community but the world in general. Um, and it's really really great to hear about companies that do that. I mean, it just brings even more value and more closeness, I believe, to the vaping community. And I believe that vapors want to hear that kind of stuff, and really embrace that. And so thank you, Billy, so much for being one of those companies that cares. So this has been great. Thank you so much for, again, for your time. Really, it's been wonderful.
We appreciate the opportunity to share our story, and I hope others will do the same.
We will sign off, guys, and I will see you guys in the next vape story.